Good morning, dear children. This is your assistant teacher. Now take out your geography textbook and open page number 32. So, dear children, as you know that yesterday we have completed a part that is the continents. Okay, yesterday we have seen about all the seven continents. Okay, then Asia, Europe, Africa, North America, South America, Australia, and Antarctica. Okay, now for today let's discuss about the hydrosphere. As you know that hydrosphere means it consists of all forms of water. Okay, so hydrosphere consists of all the water bodies like ocean, seas, lake, reservoir, rivers. Okay, water vapors and underground water. Okay, so first of all, let's see about the oceans. Then oceans are the major part of hydrosphere. Okay, they are all interconnected. All the oceans, as you can see in the map, they all are interconnected with each other. The ocean water are always moving. The three chief movements of oceans water are the waves, the tides, and the ocean currents. Okay, the five major oceans are the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, the Indian Ocean, Southern Ocean, and Arctic Ocean. Okay, in order of their size, in order to their size, that means a big one or smaller one, they are just categorized into five types. Then the Pacific Ocean is the largest ocean. Okay, it is in Hindi it is called as Prashant Mahasagar. So it is the largest ocean. It is spread over one third of the earth. Mariana Trench, the deepest part of the earth, lies in the Pacific Ocean. The Pacific Ocean is almost circular in shape. Okay, Asia, Australia, and North and South America surround it. Okay, and when you look at the map, you will find out that location of the continent around the Pacific Ocean. Okay, so the Atlantic Ocean is the second largest ocean. Okay, and in the world, and it is the S shaped ocean. Okay, as the shape is having S shape, and it is flanked by the North and South Americas on the western side, and Europe and Africa on the eastern side. Okay, and the coastline of Atlantic Ocean is highly indented. Okay, it is very much acute. Okay, and this irregular and indented coastline provide ideal location of natural harbors and ports. Okay, from the point of view of commerce, it is the busiest ocean. Okay, that means for the study purpose, it is the busiest ocean in the world. Okay, then about the Indian Ocean. The Indian Ocean is the only ocean named after a country, that is India. The shape of the ocean is almost triangular. Okay, you will, if you will see this ocean from the aeroplane, you will see that it the shape of the ocean is almost triangular. Okay, in the north it is the bound by Asia, in the west by Africa, and in east by Australia. Okay, the Southern Ocean encircles the continent of Antarctica and extends northward to 60 degrees south latitude. Okay, so this is all about the Indian Ocean. Now the Arctic Ocean, it is located within the Arctic Circle and surrounds the North Pole. It is connected with the Pacific Ocean by a narrow stretch of shallow water known as Bering Strait, and it is bound by the northern coast and North America and Eurasia, that means Europe and Asia. Okay, so this is bound by all of these continents. Okay, that means what, all the oceans are interconnected with each other and all the continents are surrounded by these oceans. Okay, so now the next one is the atmosphere. As you know that atmosphere plays very much important role for the survival of the human beings, or you can say the life of the earth. Then the earth is surrounded by a layer of gas called the atmosphere. Okay, this thin blanket of air is integral and important aspect of the planet. Okay, and it provides us the air we breathe and protect us from the harmful effects of sun rays. Because of that blanket, the harmful UV rays cannot reach our earth surface, okay, because if the blanket is getting thin, the air blanket is getting thin, if so we will caught lots of skin diseases due to that harmful UV rays means ultraviolet rays and other harmful rays, okay. Then the atmosphere extends up to a height of above 1600 kilometers. The atmosphere is divided into 5 layers based on the composition, temperature, and other properties. These layers, starting from the Earth's surface, are called the troposphere, the stratosphere, the mesosphere, and thermosphere, and last one is the exosphere. Okay, the atmosphere is composed of mainly nitrogen, oxygen, which make up about 99% of clean dry air, okay. The nitrogen is 78%, oxygen is 21% available in earth crust, okay. And the other gases like carbon dioxide, argon, and other comprises 1% by volume, okay. Oxygen is the breath of life, while nitrogen helps in the growth of living organism. That means all the gases are important for life processes. Then, as you know, that carbon dioxide also takes place in photosynthesis. That means carbon dioxide also very much important gas. Through present in a minute amount is important as it absorb heat, okay, radiated by the earth. As you know that due to the sun rays, the heat is very much increased. But what is the speciality, what is the quality of carbon dioxide? It has ability to capture heat, to trap heat, okay. So because of presence of carbon dioxide inside earth, what that carbon dioxide do, he just trap heat, okay, the excessive amount of heat, and maintain the temperature of the earth, okay. So this is the very much important vital role of carbon dioxide, thereby keeping the planet warm means not much cooler, not much hotter, okay. And it is also essential for the growth of plants. As you know that plant used carbon dioxide for the process of photosynthesis. And the density of the atmosphere varies with height, okay. That means it is maximum at sea level and it decreases rapidly as we go up. When if you traveled by the airplane, you will see that the air pressure is decreases rapidly. That means the level of air is decreases rapidly when you go up. Mostly mountaineers feel that, you know, the climbers experience problem in breathing due to this decrease in density of air, because in some moment when you go up to the air, that means the level of the air is decreases, okay. There is very much less amount of air present, so they have to carry with them a oxygen cylinder, okay. So to be able to breathe at high altitudes, because the air is very much less there, okay. The temperature also decreases as we go upward. So when you go upward and upward direction, you will see that the temperature get decreases, okay. While when you go downwards, that means inside the earth crust, okay, so it you will see that the temperature get increases, okay. So the atmosphere exerts pressure on the earth. This varies from place to place. Some areas experience high pressure and some areas having low pressure, okay. So air moves from high pressure to low pressure, so moving air is known as the wind, okay. So that means when air is moving, the wind current is moving, it seems that in somewhere it is very high, that means pressure, and in some areas it has very low pressure, okay. So this is known as the wind. The moving air is known as the wind. So dear children, this is it for today's video. Today we have seen about the hydrosphere and atmosphere. Tomorrow we will discuss about the biosphere. So dear children, if you have any problem regarding to this video, you can ask me. So till then, it's goodbye from my side. Thank you and have a nice day.